So here's where the plasma theory really gets wild. Plasma physics meets consciousness. So in plasma physics, you have something called plasma coherence. This is when charged particles synchronize their movements and create organized structures instead of chaotic randomness. And the more coherent the plasma, the better that it can transmit information across distances. This is synonymous with the fascia in your body. The more coherent the plasma, the more capacity it has to maintain stable structures, to respond to electromagnetic inputs, to self-organize into complex patterns. And the truth really is that your body is a plasma system. So your cells are operating through ion channels, literally charged particles, sodium, potassium, calcium ions, flowing through liquid membranes. This is what electrolyzed reduced water mimics. Your neurons fire electrically. Your heart generates an electromagnetic field that's measurable several feet from your body. You are functionally a bioplasma system. Water is then the plasma medium. So here's the key. Water's structure determines its conductivity. So regular tap water is often chaotically structured at the molecular level. It often contains random dissolved particles, has a lower electrical coherence, and it's like trying to transmit a signal through static. Electrolyzed reduced water or structured or charged water, on the other hand, is more coherently organized because the H2O molecules align in more organized patterns and are able to flow more fluidly and create that same effect on the blood as well. And electrolyzed reduced water also carries extra electrons, which are negatively charged and can provide us a donation of energy. It also has smaller molecular clusters, which is better for cellular penetration because aquaporins like the smaller molecular structure in order to let it in, which essentially just allows for better digestion and synthesizing of the nutrients that are coming into your body. Electrolyzed reduced water is upgrading from dial-up to fiber optic. So what does this mean for your plasma field specifically? Well, when you drink electrolyzed reduced water, you're essentially upgrading your conductor. So your cellular water becomes a better medium for these bioelectric signals that are so vital to life and expression. It increases coherence. So the structured water helps your bioplasma field to organize itself instead of staying fragmented, literally connecting you to oneness consciousness, which is source. It boosts charge, so more electrons equal more electrical potential and a stronger field. It reduces noise, so there's less oxidative stress or free radicals, which means less electromagnetic static. It's creating a solid ground for you to broadcast a new frequency. And here's where scrying comes in to assist us in this process. So scrying is essentially accessing non-local information through your plasma field and connecting to the cosmic plasma field of Newt. And the clearer your personal field, the better reception, the more easy it is for you to hook up to that system. It's literally like when you have low quality body water, you're trying to tune into a radio station with a broken antenna and a lightning storm. It's chaos. You have fragmented plasma signature. There's lots of electrical noise like inflammation, oxidative stress. There's a weak field strength, and the signal keeps dropping. But when you have high quality structured water, you get high definition antenna in a perfect condition. And so there is coherent plasma signature. There is minimal interference. There's a strong, stable field and a crystal clear signal. And this then creates this plasma coherence feedback loop. So here's what I think is happening here. 1, you drink electrolyzed reduced water, and so your cellular water becomes more structured. 2, your bioelectric field becomes more coherent. Then you introduce a shamanic practice or a seeing practice like scrying or gazing, and you enter an altered brainwave state like alpha or theta. This then creates a coherent plasma field that you can now resonate with Newt's cosmic plasma field more clearly. And so information flows more easily because the channel is clearer. You receive clearer visions and downloads and intuitions. And there's actual research showing that structured water has different electromagnetic properties than bulk water. Cellular water behaves more like a liquid crystal rather than regular water. Bioelectric fields affect the cellular function, and cells literally communicate electromagnetically. So water can store and transmit electromagnetic information, but when you don't have that clear channel, that information is not being transmitted correctly. Here's where plasma and cosmology kind of come here. In plasma cosmology theory, which is alternative to mainstream but fascinating, the universe is held together not primarily by gravity, but by electromagnetic forces through plasma. So if consciousness is plasma or operates through it, then Newt, the cosmic plasma field, is literally the electromagnetic fabric of reality. When you connect with that as an archetypal figure, you tap into the power of the electromagnetic fabric of reality. Your bioplasma field is a localized vortex within this electromagnetic fabric of reality. And then structured water in your body equals better coupling between your local field and the cosmic field, a better connection, right? Allowing it to be more of a clear channel between you and the earth. Scrying is intentionally opening that coupling to receive information. And you will feel the difference. When your plasma field is more coherent, when you have better water, when you're implementing these seeing practices, when you're working with your intuitive and clairaudient and clairsentient capabilities, you're going to feel more plugged in or connected. You're going to feel clearer mentally. There's going to be less static. There's going to be more energy in your field. You're going to have a stronger field. You're going to have better intuition, a clearer signal. You're going to be more present. Your field is going to be stable and not scattered. And when your water quality drops or you're around field disrupting influences like narcissists or EMFs or stress, you're going to feel the difference between that. You're going to start to feel scattered, fragmented. There might be brain fog or plasma incoherence that shows up in a different way. You might feel depleted because your field is weak. You're disconnected from intuition. You can't access Newt. You might have anxiety, and this is because of instability in your plasma field. Here's where the narcissistic abuse connection comes in. Chronic stress and trauma literally fragment your plasma field. So the cortisol, the inflammation, the disrupted sleep, the emotional chaos, it's all creating electromagnetic noise that prevents coherence. Coherence is quite literally the key to getting what you want. Electrolyzed reduced water helps us to rebuild this coherence at the physical level, while scrying helps rebuild it at the consciousness level. So you're attacking the fragmentation from both ends. Here's the really wild part. If this is all true, then ancient practices like blessing water, sacred wells, ritual bathing, fasting near water, scrying as divination were all actually plasma field technologies that cultures understood intuitively. They knew water could be charged or structured through intention, ritual, or natural processes. So this might look like springs moving through crystal or mineral formations. And modern science is just now catching up with electrical measurements. Notice, when you're in a really clear connected state, when you have good water, when you're regularly connecting to your gifts, when you're away from parasitic dynamics, do you ever feel like you can affect physical reality more easily? Manifestation happens faster, like synchronicities increased, or you just feel more powerful? This is because when your plasma field is coherent and strongly coupled to Newt, theoretically, you're able to collapse probability waves more effectively, literally influencing reality through consciousness. This is how you truly own your divine feminine power. Come back for the next video where I talk about how this shows up and how this can be applied in ceremonial spaces.